Hey, finally, your boy Josh First finally got some time to put together a global tier list. Now, I had to throw Devil in the last minute because I almost forgot him. That's why his icon is a 6-star and not natural 5-star. Hopefully, I have all the 3-star, 4-stars, and 5-stars currently available in global included in here. If I miss any, I do apologize. You can let me know in the comment section below, and we'll go from there. So, again, hopefully I'm not missing any units, but there's a good chance I probably am missing one or two. I hope not. So we have our SS tier, our S tier, our A tier, our B tier, our C tier, and then the bottom of the barrel, absolutely WTF, D tier. Now, I have these all sorted out by a certain criteria. Are they good in PvP? Are they good in PvE? Are they decent with relic skills, either from the supply or from dungeons? And do they have a good formation? Not to mention, is their skill set viable for different types of content, including defense capitals, defense capital ranking events, which are going to be some of the best rewards we're going to ever get in this game. So those are very important, having units that are good for that particular mode of the game. PvP is also really good, I guess, but PvP doesn't give as much rewards as the defense capital, obviously, or even the Tower of Dreams, which we do not have yet on global. So PvP, the priority for that is a little bit lower than you might expect in most gachas, because in this game, which is funny enough, is PvP doesn't actually give you that amazing of rewards. Obviously, it does give you rewards, but it's not even comparable to the rewards you get from some of the PvE events and stuff like that, especially the event shops. So PvE is actually, in my opinion, bigger in this game than PvP, which you don't usually hear that in a gacha, but in this game, it's the case. So very, very cool there. So again, PvE is going to be taking a big priority on our tier list of how good units are. PvP would probably be second in that case, and then we'll go into relics and formation. So this is a true overall tier list. Hopefully, I did my best. Now, this is, again, only my opinion. Your guys' opinions may differ. You can let me know in the comment section below. This isn't some kind of debate. This is just more or less what my opinion is on what I think are some of the best units in the game. And I have pretty much most of these units already at 6-star for the most part. So I have used a lot of them and tested a lot of them out. So I feel fairly confident that I've played long enough now that I can go ahead and put this list together. But with all that said, let's break these down. So, a lot of you are probably like thinking right off the bat, Marileona Yukata SS tier. What did I miss, Josh? When did that happen? Well, there is going to be a little bit of a theme in this video of where Bandai has made quite a few mistakes. For one, Marileona Yukata is actually giving you a small crit chance on her leader skill. So you would assume by that text, Leo is a better leader in that regard, because that, he gives you large, and it's like based on however many allies that he's linked to. So it's a big crit. It's basically 100%. Funny enough, I've done several dozens of tests. I've even talked around, asked some of the JP players, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's a typo or Bandai's bad programming, but Marileona Yukata pretty much always gives you crit. So, and since she also is going to have better base stats because she's a natural 5-star, and she actually has a better arcane art and skill set in general over Leo, I had to put her at SS tier, because the only thing that was holding her back was the fact that it clearly states that she gives you a small crit on your leader, when in fact it gives you just as much crit, in my opinion, as Leo does, even though the text says differently. So I don't know what happened there, Bandai. I don't know if that's intentional or if you completely just didn't translate that properly or whatever. I don't know. But with testing being done, she's now SS tier out of nowhere. So there you guys go. Amazing leader. Amazing leader. Probably the best leader currently in the game right now because of such. Now, we've got Leashed. Of course, we've talked about him in like 2-3 videos now at this point. We know his damage potential is on par, if not even greater than Black Asa. So obviously, he's going to be up there at the top. And again, another ban mistake, they forgot to include that he gives himself an XL attack boost on his ability too. They didn't even include that, and he gets it. So more reason to put him up there, and he might be at this time the best DPSer in the game. And then of course we have Black Asta. The dude's got invincibility basically on his skill set. He also has an AoE with Black Hurricane, which is amazing for the Defense Capital event and just PvP and other PvE content in general. And he hits like a freaking truck. So of course he's going to be up there. Not to mention he has one of the best relics available in the game. And then we have Salamander, Fugo. You know what I'm talking about. Our boy, our tank that we love. Best tank in the game right now, obviously. He has, himself protection armor, built-in hate, which is very, very good. You can use with Union Bell, and he's amazing. You can even use with the new 5-star invincibility that we have from the new latest midsummer event, even though we're in February. So absolutely amazing tank. Obviously, he's got some of the best stats in the game as well. Health-wise and defense. And his formation, Lion 2, is phenomenal. So, I mean, those 4 are pretty much just standouts to me. There's nothing that would tell me to even lower them down to S in any way. They're all perfectly where they are, and they belong there, in my opinion. Now, in S, we've got Leo. Obviously, if you don't got Merleone Yukata, he is your best leader in the game right now. And the best 4-star by a mile. Great skill set, obviously. Best leader skill for a 4-star. Not to mention, like I said, if you don't got Merleone Yukata, best leader in the game. So what else can I say about our boy Leo? Merleona, an amazing AoE. Her only downside, you have to put her in the front row, and she is a bit squishy. So unfortunately, I did have to deduct some points there and put her down to S. She does die fairly often. You could build her up differently to make her a little bit more tanky, but then you're going to be sacrificing some of her DPS, which is kind of what her skill set really is. But she's still an absolute monster in this game. And if you guys are going to be doing the Defense Capital event or playing a lot of PvP, she is one of those units that's really going to help you get far, because her AoE damage is not a joke. She's very good. Zora and Witch, both them jammers, absolutely insanity. Good debuffers in their own right. Witch can heal as well, and Zora is very good for formation changes or even forced formation changes for when we get our boy White Day Finral. Absolutely amazing 2 units right there. If you're looking for some strong debuffers that can also kind of manipulate the field a little bit, there you go. Our girl, Valentine's Noel. I even said she was very good. Unfortunately, she was stuck in a banner with one of the worst 5-stars in the game in Vanessa. But boy, can she tank for your team and give you a little bit of heals on the side. Not to mention, she has got a nice arcane art to go with her nice skill package. And she's not too bad to look at too for you guys out there. So there you go, Noel Valentine's, very solid unit. And then we got Devil. A lot of you may be surprised that Devil is not SS tier, and I'm not gonna lie to you, he is not at 7-star status yet. If he was 7-star, I would possibly move him up to SS, but I even might be hesitant to do so even then. The thing about Devil, a lot of people don't understand, is in PvP right now, he is king. But you take him outside of PvP, and he's actually one of the worst units in the game. So there's a big drop off outside of PvP. And with the fact that PvP's rewards are a little bit lackluster compared to a lot of the other things in the game, especially PvE rewards, he loses a lot of credibility in that regard for my total overall rankings. So this may surprise a lot of you. That Least is actually the better pull in that Devil banner. And I really wish I would have did a little bit more testing and stuff like that, and really actually looked more into the skill sets before I made my Should You Skip or Summon banner video. Because obviously what I said in that video was correct, but I should have justified pulling Least more than actually Devil, because a lot of people got a bit disappointed. I've tried to correct that over the course of the past week, so hopefully a lot of you by now know that if you did pull Least, he's actually very, very good. But anyways, Devil, like I said, in PvP, he rolls that domain. He's the king there right now. But outside of it, not so much. He's more like a court jester Okay, guys. At 7-star, even then, it might be tough for me to put him at an SS because outside of having amazing stats as a 7-star and doing some pretty decent damage, you can't rely on that arcane art too much unless you build a team that's fully dedicated to non-buffing anything. You're basically relying purely on either debuffs or just pure damage output. That's it. You can't really rely on anything else if you're wanting to run Devil in PvE because he would just remove all of your buffs. And you cannot play him on autopilot because of such reasons, okay? So I'm not saying he's dead in the water in PvE, but there's just a lot of better options for that type of usage in the game. But in PvP, like I said, he's the king, and therefore he's an S rank. Even at 7 stars, like I said, it might be a little bit tough for me to move him up. Now, we've got, you know, really solid mixture of units here. Now, some of these units might surprise you that they're clear up here in A, like Magna. Magna is, at this point now, is probably the 3rd best leader in the game. Marileona Yukata at SS, Leo at S, and then 3rd would be our boy Magna. And not only because he works with one of the best formations in the game, Bull, he also has that crit up on his leader skill, which is really clutch. So I had to move him all the way up to A because of that, because he's going to be your go-to free-to-play leader for quite a while, unless you get super lucky and pull a lot of Leos. Or if you're re-rolling and for whatever reason you went into the Marileona Yukata banner and you got her to 6-star for whatever. So there you go. Solid 3rd leader in the game. Yami. Yami gives you one of the best formations in the entirety of the game. Black Bull formation. Obviously, his leader skill was very good as well. It pretty much ups all stats for the most part. Just a solid, he has a solid single target damage as well. He does have the capabilities of going 7-star on JP, but he's not quite there yet. If he was at 7-star status right now, he would be probably SS for the simple fact that now he's going to be doing damage on par with Leashed and Black Awesome, maybe even a bit more, while still also providing with that strong relic and very decent leader skill. So there you go. Henry Mars. Best tanks in the game outside of Salamander. Kahano and Mimosa, best healers in the game outside of, well, that's it. They're just the best healers in the game. Unfortunately, you start to really use less and less healers the further you progress on your account and pull more and more stronger units. You won't be using healers as much. They do have a place and a purpose in this game 100%, and they'll probably find a little bit more usage when the tower comes out, but still at a solid A rank, not bad. Catherine, in my opinion, best debuffer in the game right now. Just for the simple fact that she works with one of the SS DPSs right now on their same formation. And the fact that her debuffing is, like, I believe 2XL outside of formation. So she's very good. If you're running her in defense cap, or if you're trying to beat hard to beat stages, or even in PvP, AoE debuffing is solid. Is absolutely solid. So there you go. Just, she has so much usage right now. She's good in pretty much everything right now. 4-star Catherine, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! And then we get down into the B, C, and D tier. I'm going to be honest with you guys. D tier has nothing to offer you in any way. Like, they're just complete garbage. They just have no purpose. The only thing I could even see in D tier that would even be useful early game when you first start is if you did start during pre-registration rewards and you got your free 6-star, basically, Nero. You know, you can use that for a little while. Probably the lowest stats of any 6-star in a game, I think. Skill set's pretty bad. Leader skill's not too good unless we had a really solid crit formation, but which we really don't right now. So outside of that, just for the pure stats of a 6-star that you're going to get early right off the bat, the rest of the D tier is pretty bad. Completely useless. C tier is a mixed bag. C tier has some units that have a particularly good formation, or they have a particularly good relic. I don't believe any of these are really offering you anything in the ways of skills. So these aren't really particular units you're going to be using. It's what the units can give you, relic or formation wise, that makes them pretty decent to, of course, build up to get those said relics and formations. So there you go. That's pretty much the C tier. I mean, obviously, Rill has an amazing relic. It's going to be good for defense capital. Valdos has the best, I believe, healing relic in the game right now. For healing, I'm sorry, for healers, I should say. One of the best all-purpose DPS slash, I'd say maybe even jammer, debuffers type relic, of course. That's in there as well. Heath has an okay formation. A lot of you have 6-star Heath now due to the event rewards. Nebra, if you guys are running Leashed up in there at the SS tier, Nebra has the best relic for him right now in the game. So you have that kind of going on. I feel like Gray Transformation is very underrated. Very strong single target damage dealer. So that might actually be one of the free-to-play options you might want to run early game, especially if you roll and you pull Yami for the formation. Sally has one of the best attack buffs, arcane arts in the game right now. That you can use for particular hard to beat stages. You can pair her up as well with Catherine and our boy Leashed and run just full Midnight Sun team if you want. That's pretty much it, my son. And then B tier. B tier is what I'd call the middle of the road. Where you have some really strong 4-star options. You have some good 3-star options, and you have a couple good 5-star options that either provide you again with a good relic, a good formation skill, a good particular ability or arcane art, or even maybe a leader skill that you might find useful in certain situations, and some of which are very good free-to-play options. For example, the 5-star Didiasta and 5-star Uno that we got for free on Global. Both of them are very good for defense capital rewards. I know we talk a lot about the defense capital event, but by far that's been the best event for rewards in the game, and that is very important to free-to-plays and even spenders alike, because it's free stuff and it's a lot of good free stuff. You get rainbow sheets, you get jewels, you get skip tickets, you get a little bit of everything that you'd really want to have to help progress you on your account. So very, very good. Nozel is a very good DPS alongside Jack as well. Vengeance has a pretty interesting skill set for certain types of stages. Gray as well. Awaken Vito, if you for whatever reason, if you got him 6-star already, if you're like a mega whale and you just have rainbow sheets out the butt and you just made him a 6-star, he's really he could be really tilty in PvP with a certain type of combo. GN, kind of a similar situation. He's not garbage, but he's decent. He has a place if you can make him work. Soul and Kyato, both very solid 4-star tanks. I like Soul for her relic as well. The best tank relic right now on Global, and Kyato has one of the better formations in the game with Shark, which is absolutely amazing. Lily, one of the better healers in the game, especially from a 4-star standpoint. I believe she's like the only 4-star healer. Actually, let me go back and look. I do believe so. But she can cleanse. She has wisdom up. She does a lot of good stuff for your team. Julius, very, very good arcane art. He has a nice AoE on that. Very solid, good stats. Noelle, best 3-star healer in the game. I think the only 3-star healer. But no, for real though, Noelle, we've showed her off on this channel several times. The girl can go. The girl can beat endgame content as a base 3-star. Just very good. You get her up to 6 stars pretty quickly because you're going to pour a lot of her because she's only a 3-star unit with a high drop rates, obviously. And she's one of the better ones. I like that. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed my tier list. Sorry I didn't go over every individual unit and why I placed them there. I tried to cover it as vaguely as possible, but while on top of that, also giving you some details on some of the more important ones, so you guys kind of understand why I put them in SS, SA, B, C, and D for the most part. So hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button. We're going to go for 150 likes in this video because we don't do too many of these tier list videos. These are kind of rare. So I do hope you guys enjoy it. I took a little bit of time really researching a lot of these. I've tested pretty much all these units out for the most part. I've looked into their skill sets, their relics, their formations, saw how well they were used and utilized in the game. This was not a tier list based on popularity. This was a tier list that I put together based on usability and all the various things that you can do in the game. So there you guys have it. Go ahead and comment below what you guys think. If you agree or disagree, which ones you'd move up or move down. Let me know all that and more in the description below. Or I'm sorry, the comment section below. And speaking of the description below, go ahead and join us in the Discord. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tick notifications. We are, I believe, at 17,500 plus subscribers. Another 500 away from 18K. And 2,500 or a little bit under from our goal for 2020 to get to 20K. So definitely smash that subscribe button. And our next video may be a live stream for 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. So we're bringing back some of the Grand Cross content since it's been a couple days. And I'm going to catch you guys all in the next one. Until then, peace.